All right, we on.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
We give double honors to our apostles, double honors to our elders, a great millstone, and touch the truth and will well. And salutations to you, hopefully, pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity. We're a couple brothers at a GMS Kansas City camp, because you know the week in, week out. And I'm doing a lesson going into this wicked pagan day that we're currently in called Easter, which is spelled, the original day was spelled Ishtar. So this is brother Yawasat, brother.
Khan, Taziar Ben Yamyam, Yahweh Shai, Brakatham, to the full leg. Shalom.
Khan, Yahweh Shai, Brakatham, the hopeful elect. You know, we're going to speak on it, and break it down. We're going to start in the book of Ezekiel, the 8th chapter. And let's see, we'll start here. We'll start at verse 12. It says, Then said he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark, every man in the chambers of his imagery? For they say, Yahweh seeth us not, Yahweh hath forsaken the earth. He said also unto me, Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, or Yahweh's house, which was toward the north. And behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. All right, and that's what the original 40 days of Lent goes into. So we got some articles that's going to expose this pagan holiday that these Christians deem as holy, because it's not. It's really sick. It's twisted. It's sadistic. It's a sadistic day, man. Okay, and Easter, that's the name of Queen Semiramis. She deemed herself as a moon goddess, and she called herself Easter, spelled Ishtar, Ishtar. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this article out real quick. You got anything you want to say before I go into it, bro?
No, well, I mean, we just basically about to get into a breakdown around this, because you know, niggas in the hood, we were speaking before camp, they just think Easter is a time when you put on your fucking fresh ass suit and go to church and pray to white Jesus. But this really has like Queen of Heaven, Queen of Heaven spirit behind it. You know, this is a real effeminate day. That's why you had those Easter bunnies and shit. And what do they bring out? They bring out eggs. And we all know fucking rabbits don't hatch eggs, man.
Right.
It's all symbolism to represent fertility. This all goes back to Greek gods, man. Jay, you gotta, know the meaning behind you do things, man. That's why we're here to bring this lesson out.
That's right. If we can get that first commandment out too as well, bro.
Yeah.
You know, because this is what you guys are breaking, is the first commandment of the Bible after we start reading all this, man. And this should be a big eye-opener for those of you that celebrated Easter and saying Happy Easter and get your kids, paint eggs and shit. You got to know where these customs come from, because you're really involving yourself in heavy witchcraft unknowingly,
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to read this article here. This is from the BibleTruth.cc. It says the truth about Easter and several other Christian things. All right, so it says Saturnalia originated as the birth date of Tammuz, and Saturnalia is your original pagan day of known as Christmas. All right, it says Saturnalia originated as the birth date of Tammuz, the bastard son of Semiramis, the widow of Nimrod, of biblical evil fame. After Shem cut Nimrod in pieces, Babylonian legends insist that he ascended into the heavens and became the sun god himself. The rays of the sun implanted the seed into his widow, and presto, the sun god was miraculously conceived. The son of the sun god was miraculously conceived, and was the adoration of the mother and child evident in every culture on earth. So that's where you got the whole immaculate conception comes from. It comes from this shit. Okay? It says, where was I? Okay, it says this. The son of the sun god was miraculously conceived, and was the adoration of the mother and child evident in every culture on earth. On the winter solstice, Tammuz was born. as were most of the traditions surrounding the child mass season. Tammuz, the reincarnation of the sun god Nimrod, was killed in a hunting accident when he was gored to death by a wild boar in his 40th year. Those who worship the son of the sun god then set aside 40 days of weeping for Tammuz. They celebrated Lent, one day for each year of his incarnation, in which they would deny a worldly pleasure for the pleasure in the afterworld.
See, none of this is in the Bible, man.
Right.
None of these stories that this brother's reading comes from the Bible. So why is this considered a Christian holiday, man? This is all coming from, Greek mythology, or not even Greek, just ancient heathen mythology.
Yeah, this is Babylonian mythology.
Yeah, this is old, man.
This is Babylon. So that goes way, way, way back, Babylon was that first extremely wicked empire, wicked kingdom. So this pagan day goes back real far. So when we read in the scriptures in Ezekiel 8, they were weeping for Tammuz. They were participating in this. This is the account within the Bible of them doing what the scriptures refer to as, if I bring that back out, what did the Bible called it? It says, turn ye yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. So the whole weeping for Tammuz was considered, or is considered, an abomination.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, verse 15 says, then said he unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn ye yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these. It says, and he brought me into the inner court of Yahweh's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of Yahweh, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men, with their backs towards the temple of Yahweh, and their faces toward the east, and they worship the sun towards the east. So here they are worshiping the sun god. The sun, Nimrod and Tammuz are worshiping both, man. So then he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence, and have returned to provoke me to anger, and lo, they put the branch to their nose. So they were also smoking weed. It's the account of the smoking back then. But I've heard of blowing trees. And the Lord refers to these as abominations. Now going back into that article, okay, it says after many years, his mother, Semiramis, died. The gods looked favorably on the mother of God and sent her back to the earth in the spring fertility goddess.
Mm-hmm.
Always depicted as an exaggerated, endowed, bare-breasted queen of sexual desire.
Mm-hmm.
Semiramis, the queen of heaven, was born again as the goddess Easter. Okay, and she emerged from a giant egg. They just making this shit up, man.
See what I'm saying?
A giant egg that landed in the Euphrates River at sunrise and the Sunday, Easter Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
After the vernal equinox. To proclaim her divine authority, she changed a bird into an egg-laying rabbit.
See what I'm saying? Nothing to do with the Bible, once again. But, after you niggas get done with church and hearing about white Jesus, you're going to take your kids to go fucking Easter egg hunting, man.
That's right, man.
Not knowing what any of that means. You just, because they just get raised in these traditions with no understanding. Just doing it for the kids. You teaching the kids to go against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man.
That's right, man. That's right. So it says she emerged as from a giant egg that landed in the Euphrates River at the sunrise Sunday after the vernal equinox. To proclaim her divine authority, she changed a bird into an egg-laying rabbit. As the cult developed, the priests of Easter would impregnate young virgins on the altar of the goddess of fertility at sunrise on Easter Sunday. So they had orgies with these, when they would impregnate young girls on the altar, right? And it gets crazier, though. This is what they did with these babies that were born. A year later, the priests of Easter would sacrifice those 3-month-old babies on the altar at the front of the sanctuary and dye Easter eggs in the blood of sacrificed infants. So this is where the dying of the eggs comes from, man.
Wow.
It says the 40 days of Lent, which that's what the Catholics do. They do 40 days of Lent, and they put the T. That's also part of that. That T represents Tammuz, man. It says, It says the 40 days of Lent or weeping for Tammuz starts the Easter fertility season. The festivities culminate on Easter Sunday when the priests of the Easter slaughtered the wild boar that killed Tammuz. The entire congregation would eat the ham on Easter Sunday. So everything has a specific purpose, man.
Yep.
Everything has a purpose. This is what you people are celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
And here is the Babylonian depiction. We're not making this up, man.
Turn the brightness down on your phone.
Okay, that's lucky. There it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's Semiramis, the reincarnation. So they say, oh, we're worshiping Jesus. He came back again. He was born again. He came back. He was reincarnated. No, what they did was the Catholic Church, when they had all these pagan traditions, they needed all these pagans to come to church for more money. During that time of Constantine and things like that, they started merging a lot of paganism with the scriptures in the churches, man. So they already had a story of a reincarnation or someone coming back to life. So what they did is they took this pagan shit and merged it with Christianity. And now you have Easter Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You got all these people worshiping this shit. And it's sick and it's twisted, man.
Teaching the Immaculate Conception. And that's why the Catholics, they idolize that Virgin Mary as well, man, because that wraps into that story. But I got that precept you called for it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 5, verses, let's just start at 1. Deuteronomy 5, verse 1. And Moses called all Israel and said unto them, Hear, O Israel, the judgments which I speak in your ears this day, that ye may learn and keep and do them. The Lord our God made a covenant with us in Horeb. The Lord made not this covenant with our fathers, but with us, even us, who are all of us here alive this day. The Lord talked with you face to face in the mount of the midst of the fire. I stood between the Lord and you at that time to show you the word of the Lord, for ye were afraid by reason of the fire, and went not up into the mount, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
There you go. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you're participating in Easter. This is what you are celebrating. See, she's holding the moon egg. You see the rabbit and shit like that, the little rabbit god.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there, man. This is from Babylon. This is ancient stuff.
A little bit more.
Go ahead, bro.
Deuteronomy 5, verse 7. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make thee any graven image, or the likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them. And that's what Jake is doing by doing all this Easter shit, man. Going to church, praying to Jesus, Easter egg hunts, dyeing Easter eggs. You know what I'm saying? Chocolate bunnies, the fucking ham.
That's right, man. I'll check on them in a second.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, there's another dyed Easter egg. This is an example of how it looked back in the ancient world. They would dye the egg in blood, and put the T on the top of it, and that's where that cross comes from too.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So that's why you shouldn't be wearing no damn cross on your neck either, man.
Right.
Not only is it a slap in the face, you wouldn't wear a bullet on your neck that was when you